I feel like I have to be. And I don't know. It's a bit of a change of character. I'm just starting to care less and less, because at the end of the day, for instance, right? Um, One, the fight doesn't happen with Jaron Ennis. Oh, I'm ducking the fight. Vergil Ortiz doesn't want to fight Jaron Ennis. Now we're calling him out. Oh, he's begging for the fight. You like what kind of logic is that? I just respectfully, that is just stuff that I deal with and other boxers deal with on a day-to-day basis. That doesn't make any kind of sense. I just don't understand how the gears are working up there. Like they're turning the wrong way. I don't get it. But anyways, I could keep on talking about this. Yeah.
The Boots fight obviously still generates the most interest out there, at least among the casual fans. You guys squared off in the ring after your win over Erickson Lubin. That seemed to build the momentum up to almost a fever pitch at that point. We've heard Rick Meridian say he wants that fight for you next. Oscar say he wants that fight for you next. Robert Garcia, I saw clips of him saying he's ready to do that fight with you and Boots next. Is that how you feel about it? You're ready to do that fight next?
I've been pushing for the fight. Every time they ask me, I give them the green light. It's only been one-sided green lights coming from out over here. The reason that the fight hasn't happened is simply because they haven't taken the fight.
Eddie Hearn said this week that the deal that was agreed to prior to Boots' most recent fight is now no longer the deal that's in play. Effectively, Vergil, what he's saying is that there need to be concessions on your side. Are there concessions that you would be willing to make to get this deal done?
I mean, I want the fight to happen. That's kind of more of a manager question. You know what I mean? They just ask me if I want to fight. I say, yeah. They work out the numbers. But, I'm in the ring in the gym, in the ring too, obviously.
What is your message to the WBC about your availability to fight Fundora as early as this fall?
Well, we already called Mauricio Solomon, and we've asked for this fight. We were on the phone side by side with Golden Boy, with Mauricio, and we asked for the fight. I am also not going to pretend I know how it works either, because I thought that if you had the interim, you were next in line. So, I mean, I'm just as confused as everybody else.
When you talked to Mauricio about that, what was his response?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even really understand it, because and it's not I don't know whose fault it is. Is it my fault? Am I just dumb? Or you know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. I just, for me, it's just, for me, it's simple. I have the interim, I should be in line, right? It's not, I want to stay interim forever, right? Like, I want my shot. I really honestly don't get it. I just don't get it.
We accepted that fight and signed for that fight. Boots had to take less money than Vergil Ortiz because they wouldn't take it unless he did. Boots had to be the B side. They said it has to be Ortiz against Boots. I said, why? No one's got a world championship. No, we're not taking the fight unless it is. Okay. They even asked him to cut his beard and not wear colourful gloves. All of the things that he agreed to do to have the opportunity to prove he was the best.
I mean, he got Vergil Ortiz, so apparently he back talking to Chris Minix. A lot of stuff going on here. Eddie Hearn, it sounded like he not willing to make no concessions for this fight. Eddie Hearn said Boots originally agreed to doing the fight. They didn't want him to wear colorful gloves. They want him to cut his beard. He took less money to make the fight happen. And I guess when they put all them barriers up in the second negotiations, they didn't expect Boots to say yes to all that. When he said yes, then they, in my opinion, allegedly created a fake schism with Golden Boy and Vergil Ortiz. So when Boots agreed to all that wild and crazy shit to prove that he was going to whoop Vergil Ortiz regardless, Then they last resort was, oh, this nigga really agreed to less money, not to wear his colorful gloves, which I don't get that. He agreed to cut his beard and take less money. They already knew Boots was gonna whoop their ass. So, I wouldn't fight, bro. I'm gonna be real. Even though I feel like that's a great fight, it's a great shootout in the sport of boxing. Nah, bro. I agree. I agree on principle as a man. Unless that nigga come and take what I tell him to take, which was damn near be the bare minimum, the free. I'm not fighting, bro. Bro did entirely too much, perpetrating, hating. And then I also read something that it said that, Samson Tulowitzki said that they ain't fighting no fucking Vergil Ortiz. He said they ain't fighting no Vergil. They want to do this and they want to do Boots. And then Vergil say Samson is blocking him from the fight, and that's cool. You blocked yourself out of a fight. You telling me Xander Zayas got 2 belts? I think one of them was without Top Rank having a TV deal. You talking about Boots been here 2 fights and he already got 2 titles. Fundora then won 2 titles, dropped the title. And you couldn't get none of this. You talking about you didn't want to do the rehydration clause for the IBF title with background Mazaliav. What are we talking about at this point? That's what you must ask yourself. What's the dealio? Why even have this why even have this conversation to keep it a bean? Why even have this conversation? Honestly, why have it? He obviously didn't want to fight Mazaliav. Couldn't get in there to fight Josh Kelly. Couldn't fight Fundora when you the interim champion. Didn't want to fight Boots before. Don't want to fight Boots after 2. And you think that you're going to dictate anything? It's like when Xander had the titles, or one of the titles, I think he might have had both. He said, oh, they sent Xander off for talking about what Xander going to do. Like, who the fuck is Vergil Ortiz and Golden Boy? Come on, man. Then he tried to create, 5 degrees of separation. Oh, I don't really get into the concessions. I let my team handle that. You a bitch, man. That's just what it is, dog. Real talk, dog. That nigga don't want to fight, bro. Let's leave bro. Let's leave bro behind. Let's leave bro behind. Dead ass serious. Leave bro behind. Leave bro behind. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to talk about. But then he want to go over here and be talking about, I'm blacklisted. You not blacklisted, nigga. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. You don't want to squabble, nephew. You don't want to fight nobody, bruh. Everybody, Xander got a title. Fundora then gave up a title, got a title. Kelly got a title. Mazaliav had a title. Tim Tszyu lost to Mazaliav. I think Tim Tszyu had, everybody didn't touch the title but you, dog. Everybody, I'm blacklisted and they don't want to see me winning because I'm Mexican. How you fucking Mexican and you blacklisted, G? Come on. I feel like I'm almost blacklisted in the way Ortiz told Chris Minnick's channel. I'm just knocking on the door of one of the both big fights. I'm waiting on one of those opportunities. You waiting to get an easy title, fam? You think they really think they so entitled? These Hector so entitled in boxing. They think Vergil Ortiz who can't sell out Johnny Rockets. They think they can tell niggas when to fight and when not to fight. That's a wrap, bro. You missed the boat. You missed the opportunity, fam. So man, it is what it is. I don't want to see Ortiz fight no more, bro. I'm good. Too much whole ass shit. Too much estrogen in this nigga gloves, bro. Nobody want to see that shit no more. Niggas it's always an excuse. I'm not making concessions or I'm not taking leather. Cool, nigga, it's a wrap. Every time your name was in there with somebody that we wanted to see you fight, your daddy, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing it. Cool, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. That dude been pro for 10 years and ain't touched the title, bro. What is there to say? Oh, Samson blocking me out. Okay, if Samson, this is the golden boy. Oscar De La Hoya can't enforce your interim title. Then if they won't enforce you fighting Fundora as the interim champion, sue the WBC then. Get your sanctioning fees back from the WBC. Sue the fuck out of WBC then. I don't get that. The number one contender can jump you, but you the interim champion. Why you ain't? Because you don't really want to fight Sebastian Fundora. You don't want to fight you ain't nobody being blacklisted, bro. You don't have the will to do it, bro. And that's just the fact. But hey, it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description. Say find me everywhere. Join the Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, kick the whole 9 piece.
Vergil came out and said that he was going to sleep you. So I just want to know your comments on those.
Why he ain't take the fight in the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't be talking, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to tell you, I'm really different. He gonna see firsthand. Cause he gets hurt a lot. He flat-footed and he been dropped multiple times. When he get hit by me, it's gonna be different. I'm trying to tell y'all.